Hello and welcome. In this math tutorial, our task is to find all the real values of x that satisfy this radical equation. Now, to solve this problem, notice that here we have x squared minus 3x, and here we have 2x squared minus 6x. And of course, you know that when we multiply x squared minus 3x by 2, we get 2x squared minus 6x. So now what we are going to do is that we will call x squared minus 3x d. And of course, when we do that, then this becomes 2 times d. Now let us rewrite the original equation. We have 2d minus 5 times the square root of d minus 6 is equal to 10. Now let us rearrange this equation. We have 2d minus 10 is equal to 5 times the square root of d minus 6. Now, you know that this is a square root and it must be positive. So that means that d minus 6 must be greater than or equal to 0. And of course, we have from here that d must be greater than or equal to 6. Now, also, since this is a square root, 2d minus 10 must also be positive. So we have that 2d minus 10 must be greater than or equal to 0. Dividing both sides of this inequality by 2, we have that d minus 5 must be greater than or equal to 0. And of course, from here we have that d must be greater than or equal to 5. Now, we can go on and square both sides of this equation to get rid of this square root. When we do that, then this is squared and this is squared. 2d squared is 4d squared. Then we have 2 times 2d, that is 4d, times minus 10, that is going to give us minus 40d. Then we have minus 10 squared, which of course is equal to 100. Now 5 squared is 25, and of course this is going to take care of that, leaving us with d minus 6. Now let us open this bracket. We have 4d squared minus 40d plus 100 is equal to 25d minus 6 times 25 is 150. And moving these two terms over to the left-hand side of the equation, we have 4d squared minus 40d minus 25d plus 100, and of course plus 150 is equal to 0. And from here we have 4d squared minus 40d minus 25d is going to give us minus 65d. 100 plus 150 is 250. This is equal to 0. Now we can solve this quadratic equation by factorization. Since the coefficient of d squared is not 1, let us use the table method. What are the factors of 4d squared? We have d and 4d. What are the factors of 250? We have 10 and 25. But notice that the middle term is negative. So let this be minus 10 and let this be minus 25. Of course, you know that minus 10 times minus 25 is still going to give us plus 250. Now, d times minus 25 is going to give us minus 25d. And 4d times minus 10 is going to give us minus 40d. And of course, minus 40d minus 25d is going to give us minus 65d. d. So when we factorize the left-hand side of this quadratic equation, we have d minus 10 times 4d minus 25 is equal to 0. And of course, from this equation, we have that either d minus 10 is equal to 0, from where d is equal to 10, or 4d minus 25 is equal to 0, from where 4d is equal to 25, and dividing both sides of this equation by 4, d is equal to 25 over 4. Now you can see that we have two values of d, and both of these values of d satisfy both of these conditions. So I guess that all the values of x that we can get from these two values of d are going to satisfy the original radical equation. And now to find the values of d, we come back to this substitution. We have that x squared minus 3x is equal to d, which in the first case is 10. When we rearrange this quadratic equation, we have x squared minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. Now we can solve this quadratic equation by factorization. Since the coefficient of x squared is 1, all we need to do is to find the factors of minus 10 that add up to minus 3. And of course, we have minus 5 and plus 2. Because minus 5 times 2 is going to give us minus 10, while minus 5 plus 2 is going to give us minus 3. So when we factorize the left-hand side of this quadratic equation, we have x minus 5 times x plus 2 is equal to 0. And of course, from here, we have that either x minus 5 is equal to 0, from where x is equal to 5, or x plus 2 is equal to 0, from where x is equal to minus 2. So already we have two values of x. We have minus 2 and 5. And in the second case, we have that x squared minus 3x is equal to 25 over 4. Now let us complete the square on the left-hand side. We have x squared minus 3x plus. Now we divide the coefficient of x, that is minus 3, by 2 and square it. So we have minus 3 over 2 squared. On the right-hand side, we have 25 over 4 plus minus 3 over 2 squared is equal to 9 over 4. Now, this is a perfect square. So we take one x and we take one minus 3 over 2 and we square. And this is equal to 25 plus 9 is 34 over 4. The last thing we are going to do is to take square root of both sides of this equation. When we do that, we have that x minus 3 over 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 34 over 4. This is equal to plus or minus the square root of 34 divided by the square root of 4, which is equal to 2. And of course, when we add 3 over 2 to both sides of this equation, we have two more values of x. We have that x is equal to 3 plus root 34 over 2, or 3 minus root 34 over 2. And finally, we have all the four values of x that satisfy this radical equation. Now, we don't really need to check these values, but for the fun of it, let us be sure. When x is equal to minus 2 or 5, then d is equal to 10. So in this equation, we have 2 times 10 minus 5 times the square root of 10 minus 6. Now, 2 times 10, of course, is 20. 10 minus 6 is 4. The square root of 4 is 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 20 minus 10 is 10, which is exactly what we have on the right-hand side. And when x is equal to this or that, then d is going to be equal to 25 over 4. So in the original equation, we now have 2 times 25 over 4 minus 5 times the square root of 25 over 4 minus 6. Now, 2 into itself is 1, into 4 is 2. So here we have 25 over 2 minus. Now we can write 6 as 24 over 4. 25 minus 24 is 1. So under this square root, we have 1 over 4. And the square root of 1 over 4 is 1 over 2. So we have minus 5 over 2. Now 25 minus 5 is equal to 20 over 2. This is equal to 10, which is exactly what we have on the right hand side. And honestly, I am shocked because this is the first time I am seeing all 4 calculated roots satisfy the given radical equation, no extraneous roots. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and you can see more tutorials here.